All right, just trying to do update of Piper. We're at Lurie Hospital, downtown Chicago. She had her first full day here. So yesterday they put in a catheter port for a dialysis. She hasn't done dialysis yet, but it's a port. It goes like here. It's like an incision here, and then it comes down, and it has two outlets there for blood to go in and out. Maybe I can put a picture in of it at the end of this, because I have a picture. But talked to the doctor today, and they're introducing another drug, but they're still checking levels, just keeping an eye on the blood waste level, if that continues to go up, then dialysis is certainly needed. But his attitude was it's 50-50 chance if she's gonna need it or not. If it stays stable, they'll just kind of keep an eye on things. Coming into this hospital, she definitely is in the best possible place she can be in. When I first got here, it seems like walking into this hospital was like walking into the future. Their equipment is above and beyond where she was at Christ Children's Hospital, which is a good hospital. I don't have anything bad to say about that hospital. They took care of her, they diagnosed her. They just don't have the ability to do dialysis, which is the next step if things progress in her blood waste. So she had to be moved, and this hospital is the best place that she can be. There's no denying that. After being here and seeing the facilities and seeing how they do things, they have food that Piper actually wants. She likes it. The menu is pretty vast, and it has like a lot of good things. She could do smoothies and like pita bread with hummus and fruits and just a lot of stuff that she likes to eat, which is really huge. So change of environment, having like a nice view. You know, we're downtown. She has a view of you know, the lake, and that's huge for her mental state. And that, I mean, that itself helps a lot. So right now, or today, she did a CT scan. CT scans are really quick. It's like you go into a donut and it takes a picture. This was specifically for her lungs. So they took image of her lungs, and it was a preventative thing. It was just checking to see if anything is going on. This type of disease can spread. So they're just keeping an eye, making sure that that isn't the case, where things are spreading or whatnot. And from what I gathered of it, they do a scan of her lungs expanded, and then they take the images, send it to the doctors. There's doctors somewhere else, they're looking at it, and they're like, nope, that's good, it's fine. They didn't even have to do the one of her lungs deflated. So in my eyes, that's a good thing. So what else we got going on here? Some people are wondering, like, how'd this come about? So maybe I should just kind of do a quick nutshell of that. Starting around Halloween, a little after Halloween, Piper had get a headache and throw up. And at first we're like, oh, you just ate too much candy, you know? And that just came and went. It was just a one-time thing. A month later, same thing. And then it was like 2 weeks later, same thing. At that point, that's when Liz was saying, you know, we should take her to a doctor. And so we call up the doctor, but you can't get into a doctor these days for, you know, appointment for another 2 weeks. So we got her into the doctor's appointment. Her blood pressure was really high and it was concerning, so the doctors told us to take her over to the emergency room to get a test. I think it was a blood test. And we were heading back to her school. It was like her lunchtime at this point, so she's eating her lunch in the car, just waiting for her next class to start, and we were going to walk her into school. And that's when we got a call from the hospital saying she needs to go to the ER immediately. So we're like, oh, okay. So we went right back to the hospital. Luckily, it's, you know, 5 minutes away from where we were, and got her in there. That was January 26th. So from there, we've been in the hospital. I think this is the 11th day from the 26th to now, Sunday. Today's the 6th or 6th, I think, yeah. So from there, that's when all the tests started and all the, you know, trials, and getting the, you know, every day is, you know, a waiting game of trials with, you know, blood pressure and all that, you know. And I think everybody knows all of that. You know, it led to her being diagnosed with lupus nephritis, specifically in her kidneys. I think I kind of went through that with the video yesterday. So as it stands today, we're going to move out of the PICU, which is the pediatric intensive care unit. So that's what the doctor had said right before I had walked out to do this, which is good. She'll be in a regular room. So when she was transferred, they just automatically put you right in the PICU because it's the best room. If any bad things happen, it's the best room to be in to take care of any problems. And there hasn't been any problems. She had her minor surgery yesterday. No problems with that. She's a monster trooper. I think the nurse at one point had asked her, it's like, okay, you know, do you feel any discomfort with that? She's like, a little, you know. She's like, okay, well, what's, you know, from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, where are you at? She's like, 1, you know. So, yeah, she's doing really good, as good as she can, you know. It's like, yeah, being here is, I said it before, I'll say it again, being here is definitely the best place for her to be. That being said, her birthday's coming up. February 17th is her birthday. Everybody's asking if they can do something. Piper loves getting mail. If you all want to send a card, just send it to our house, you know, because hopefully she won't be here at that time, you know, so let's hope that she's not, and let's just, that's one little thing that everybody can do, just send her a little card, you know, makes her happy. If you don't know my address, just, I think I'm going to send this this video as a mass text, and then I won't do that anymore. I'll just keep posting here at least once a day just to fill you in. So if you're not part of the YouTube world, I guess you just, you know, my channel's called McGoat TV, so I think you would just go there and then just see if there's something there. But if you're part of the YouTube world, you just subscribe to it and then hit the notification button, and then it'll just tell you when I post. This just seems to be the easiest way for me to not go insane, and just if you want to know what's going on, it's in your hands now, okay? So, love you all. Thank you. See ya.